Okay, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Fresh out the shower, cleaned the house, freshly cleaned. Even during the apocalypse, I would hate to have a beard. It's just so itchy, and I don't like it at all. Got a backdrop all set up over here for Easter, since we will be locked down for Easter. Better. That's better. But anyways, yeah. Getting off topic. So, I figured with all the new cameras coming out, well, that are supposed to be coming out, I don't know how everything's going to go on with the pandemic and everything like that. I came up with a list. The top things you should do. Hold on a second here. There we go. That's better. You guys can probably hear my fan or my computer. Some people, your computer's overheating and you don't know what you're doing. No, it's just my fans. I have my fans up the whole ways. But anyways, so the top things you should do while getting your new camera. For me, this is Canon camera. I cannot speak about Nikon or Sony or any of the other things. But the first things I do when I get a new camera is I switch to manual mode. There are so many more options, so much more control that you can have over your camera, your DSLR, whatever your new camera may be, and it just helps you get to that next level right away, especially if you're new. Play around with it a little bit, learn some things. You want to be in manual mode. Number 2, set up custom controls. This will allow you to enable back button focusing, which I definitely recommend. It makes it so much easier to focus, a lot quicker, and it just helps the focusing a lot better. So you want to go into operation and other right there. It's the 4th tab, and it's configure number 3. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But then you'll go ahead and select that, and it is number 4 right there. So this allows you to set your top dial for your aperture, your wheel for your f-stop, and if you hold the set and top dial, you'll be able to change your ISO through there. And once again, you'll be able to back button focus. There's other things you can do as far as the custom controls, but that's how I have mine set up. Number 3, set up custom mode C1 and C2. Set up C1 and C2. For me, since I primarily do video, for my 90D here, I have it set as custom 1, which is my regular 24 frames per second at 4K. That way I can just do my regular vlogging or talking head stuff like this. And then for custom 2, I have it set at 120 frames per second for that nice crispy B-roll. If you're a photographer, you'll probably have it set up differently for, I don't know, maybe night photography versus day photography. When I am out on a shoot or when I'm taking pictures, that's typically how I have my C1 and C2 set up. Number 4, custom profiles. If you go into the menu here, and on the first, never mind, it's not the first, that's just my menu settings, but we'll get to that then. On the 3rd tab, on the first tab, number 3, you have these picture styles here. I would recommend downloading CineStyle. It's free to download. You can get it, I think the website is Technicolor, something like that, but unless you have a high-end camera, like one of the professional cameras, your camera's not going to have C-Log. So if you download CineStyle, it's probably about as close to CineStyle as, or not CineStyle, it's probably about as close to C-Log as you'll be able to get. Now, what that is it's a very flat picture style for more dynamic range, and it's a whole lot better while you're editing, color grading, and color correcting, stuff like that. Now, you can go in, they give you 3 custom ones to do. There's a whole bunch more you can download, or you can tweak your own, and you can even make your own flat profile. Maybe I'll do a video on that. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down in the comments below. Number 5, set up your custom menus. Now, the other night, I've done this before with my 90D, but it wasn't quite as organized as I would like it to be. So the other night, I spent about an hour and a half figuring out, organizing which custom menus I wanted, where I wanted everything to be on my custom menus. Basically, what you would do is you would scroll over to the star right there. It's the last tab in your menu settings. Whatever. And then you would go down to configure. And through there, you would register which items you want on those menus. And you can have up to 6 different settings on each tab, and you can have a total of 5 tabs. Like I said, I spent about an hour and a half going through mine, setting up my tabs. It just makes things a lot more easier to navigate instead of having to look through the regular menus, and sometimes I even pass what I'm looking for and just keep looking for it. So right there, after I have my menus set up, I know where everything is, and easy to find, quick, and I can do it on the fly in case I need to change a specific setting or something like that. Number 6, I would say switch to white balance or custom white balance. Now, if you do custom white balance, I found what you're going to need is a gray card. And pretty much every time your light changes, you'll have to retake that custom white balance, take a new picture of your gray card, and set that as your new custom white balance. Maybe not every time your light changes, but say you're going from inside to outside, you'll probably want to take a new custom white balance picture. So what I have been doing lately is just switching to white balance, and there you can change the Kelvin, so you'll be able to switch the color temperature real quickly if you're outside or inside. And instead of navigating through the menu, you can just quickly press the Q button here, and you can quickly press the Q button here, and you can have it, it's right there. Your white balance is right on the quick menu, and all you have to do is click on that and adjust your white balance, your color temperature to the appropriate temperature. Okay, so number 7, what I would suggest doing is customizing your autofocus. When I first got my camera and I first started playing around with it, I noticed the autofocus wasn't quite working as well as I would want it to work. It wasn't behaving quite as I needed it to. So I did some digging, and I found that you can adjust the autofocus. So what you want to do is press menu, and right there in the 4th tab, the 4th tab, function 2, where it says autofocus, you'll go in there, and then where is it at? Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is tracking sensitivity. So the longer the value, the longer that same subject will be focused on, if they're moving around or not. So good for shooting children, and if you up the value, it'll quickly find the next thing to focus on. And the next thing I do is acceleration and deceleration. So what this will do is it will determine how fast or slow it will find a new subject to focus on. Say you're shooting children, your kids, whatever. If you push it up 1 or 2 and your kids are moving around, if you have it up 1 or 2, the longer it will stay locked on. So number 8, sound recording. The built-in mics on the Canon's DSLRs, they're not really too great. So what you'll probably want to do is buy an external mic. So when you do that, you'll need to go into sound recording and switch to manual. So what is the first camera setting right there, and it's the 5th one. You'll see it right there right away. Sound recording. Switch to manual, and then the recording level, bring that the whole ways down, and then bump it up just 1 more. When you do that, you'll get much better audio from your external mic. When I first got an external microphone, I noticed a horrible hissing in my audio, and I really did not like it. So I dug into it a little bit and found out how to get rid of it. And this is basically how. Just take your recording levels the whole ways down and then bring it up just 1 more notch. That definitely helps. Gives you a whole lot better audio, and audio is one of the top concerns when it comes to making videos or any kind of cinematography. Number 9, this is for you photographers out there. Switch to RAW. It's the best file size. It's a little bit of a bigger file size, but it is the best for editing and color grading and stuff like that. In my opinion, there is no other way to take photos than RAW. It's much better for color grading, color correction, editing, Photoshop. It's just a much better quality of an image. And lastly, but not least, go out and have fun with it. Go take some pictures, shoot some videos, you know? That's something I wish I had more time to do. Something I wish I could get out and do more, but, you know, everyone's kind of locked down right now. But yeah, just have fun with your camera. Go out there, learn how to use it, take control of your camera. Just have fun with it. But that is it, guys. The top 10 things I think you should do when you buy a new Canon camera, DSLR, mirrorless, whichever it may be. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, I guess you could give it a thumbs down, whatever. And make sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.